Drew has a very short period in which he's in his prime.
I was going to say, then about 11:20 you start losing it again.
Yeah, so somewhere between about 11:08, 11:10, and maybe 11:20.
No, I think 10:50 to about 11:20.
Right.
That's prime time.
Usually upset, distracted, and tight for the first hour of the show. Then right as you start to loosen up, you become so loose that you doze off. But that's not toward 11:20.
Yeah.
So this is the part of the show where the people really should enjoy, I believe. Whereas I'm consistently bad throughout the show.
Yeah, I understand.
No peaks, a lot of valleys. All right, David Alan Grier is here tonight.
Great guy.
Yes.
Yes, we're both really a memorable guy and a nice guy.
Smart guy.
Smart guy.
And where did he go? Didn't he go to Princeton or something?
Yale School of Dramatic Arts.
Who knows where everyone went to college. And, when people say to other adults, where'd you go to school? I always figure they're talking about high school, by the way. Possibly junior college. I don't even think college. It's embarrassing. Anyway, David is here tonight. Tom Arnold, coincidentally, calls in tonight. They're plugging McHale's Navy.
Right, exactly.
This should be comedy, by the way, because I think this movie made $450. So he'll be calling in. And Drew?
I just started the night by asking him about his family. Can I talk about your family history?
Sure.
I just found out that...
He's not one of the Wayans?
No, yes. David Alan Wayans.
He likes to be called. You got too many names. David.
Just David. Yeah.
His dad's a psychiatrist.
Oh, really?
He's retired.
Really? Where are you from?
Well, I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, but my dad practiced in Detroit and then in the Bay Area, and now he's retired to beautiful San Diego.
And where did you? We were talking on the TV show. You went to Yale. You studied drama there, and I'm guessing you were bitten by the acting or performing bug pretty early on.
No, I wasn't one of those kids in Godspell. No, I hated it. All through high school, I was a total, I went to rock concerts and just partied. And
you didn't do any plays in high school?
Never. I didn't do any plays halfway through college. I was just one of those guys. All my friends were, had calculators. They were going to be engineers, doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, and I was kind of wandering around. And then I wanted to be a songwriter, but I ended up being an actor.
And when you enrolled in, or were accepted to Yale, what was your intention?
To be an actor. You don't go there and go, I think I'll try this out.
Right.
It's a really intense program.
But I thought it was like, I see. You went to another college and then you transferred.
Yeah, it's a graduate school.
I see.
I'm the most educated actor you'll probably ever meet. He's the smartest kid. Like the kid that was all A's, big fish in a small pond from something like Bay City. He came to Ann Arbor and he got an F on his first chemistry test, and that was it. Toilet paper all around the room and right out the window.
Yeah, see, it's too much pressure.
I think it is.
Thank goodness my parents never asked me to do anything. I'd be like,
neither.
Dad, it's snowing outside. Should I put a jacket on? Whatever.
Oh, yeah, my mom would go, son, when you get out of prison this time, you're going to have to buckle down. She didn't push too hard.
So what's your mom do?
She got remarried. My parents got divorced. She got remarried. She's chilling. She was a kindergarten teacher, so she does have that infuriatingly slow delivery.
Right.
It's very slow. Let's try and keep our heads. That kind of thing.
And did she try to use some of the sort of half-baked psychology that was meant for the 4- and 5-year-olds on you? Like, it's not you that I don't like. It's the things that you do.
Oh, no, it was much more.
Boy,
yeah.
You're behaving badly.
No, it was much more, I don't know where you kids get this from. That kind of stuff. This is general mom.
Nature or nurture, Ma, you pick it.
It's true.
She's responsible either way.
It's true.
Thanks for driving that joke home. I just pulled up to this curb, but you actually pulled it into the garage.
Drew was helping me. Dr. Drew was helping me.
Yeah, I heard you guys. You guys were getting into it a little bit when I came in here, talking about addiction and whatnot. Yeah. And I didn't catch David's angle.
Well, I
just asked some good questions.
I just think that especially now, everybody's addicted to everything. From shopping to chocolate to heroin, and I was like, there has to be a distinction between chocolate addiction and heroin.
Yeah. Right. To me, it's the same argument with rape, which is, listen, if your husband of 9 years gets drunk and rolls over on top of you while he's sleeping, that isn't rape. And I'll tell you why it's not rape, because it takes away from people that were raped.
Yeah, well, it's our job. They're our property, the women there.
Right, there you go.
Just kidding, girls.
What I'm saying is if you're strung out on heroin, right, and there's some person in there who's calling themselves a chocoholic,
or what about sex? There are 12-step programs for sex.
That's for real, though. Yeah. That is for real. But those are people who are addicted to other things, too. They're very rare to see pure sex addiction.
All right, what about gambling?
Again, it's usually, to really be, from my experience, people who have a gambling addiction, it's usually in the context of other more severe forms of pharmacologic addiction. And they need to deal with that because those sorts of behaviors prevent them from dealing with the emotional material that they have to get into to get over the other addictions.
I like the guys, I had a friend who is a severe crackhead. He stopped smoking crack and immediately started drinking.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
But that's
he was very proud of the fact that...
And you know what I see that all the time. And then what they do is go, I stop the hard stuff. I can stop this alcohol anytime I want, but I don't want it right now.
Yeah,
and that escalates. That.
Every time there's a 10-minute break at an AA meeting, it's chain smoking, coffee chugging, and they're planning a Vegas run.
Well, that's my mom. I remember one time we were watching TV, and we were watching this program about addicts, and all these heroin addicts, like teen heroin addicts, were all smoking cigarettes. And she goes, "Cigarettes, death, it's all the same." I'm like, "Mom, come on, it's not heroin. Give them a break." She's like, God doesn't give breaks. Yeah, she was hard. She's a tough customer.
That's where you got your sense of humor.
We need his mom on the show.
It's true. She didn't take it.
All right, let's reel the show in for just a second here and talk about you for a moment. First, was In Living Color the big break?
It was an addiction, is what it was. You know what? All of us on that show had been around kicking it. Some guys, like Jim Carrey and Tommy Davidson, and who else? Damon. Those guys came from a strong stand-up background, and they've been doing it for years. They've been kicking around. I'd been an actor. I'd never really done stand-up or any of that stuff. Kelly Caulfield was an actress, and I think that made a more interesting group when Keenan got us all together and put us into this Living Color thing. But I didn't come there with this pocket full of characters that I always wanted to do.
Right, but you did a real nice job of fleshing out some good ones. And
this is a barrel of crabs, my friend. You have to go. You have to climb to the top.
Yeah.
Crook or crook.
And you, I was just watching it last night, actually, and it must have been a later one because a lot of cast members were missing.
Oh, yeah.
But you were there.
Yeah,
I thought, how many seasons did you do that for?
4. I stayed on the whole time. I remember when Damon left, I felt like the last kid in Boys Town, and everybody had gone over the wall, and I was the dude stuck with Father Flanagan. They were all gone.
He's talking about Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it was Jim Carrey, and Jim stuck. He stuck for a long time, but Damon and all those guys, Keenan left, everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was a real solid show.
Yeah,
it's sketch comedy, because I used to do sketch comedy, is a bitch. It's hard to pull off. And it's hard to pull off weekly. I mean, people, I've said this a few times, they look at Saturday Night Live, they go, it wasn't good last week, or whatever. Sometimes it takes a while to hone a bit. Like stand-ups. Stand-ups, they're working the same half-hour act for 5 years out on the road. Sketch comedy, you write it, you put it up, you do it, and then next week, what else are you going to do for me?
Here's how naive I was. When I did this movie called Soldier Story, and Robert Townsend, he took me, we drove to the next town, and we saw Larry Miller, who's a stand-up, and I sat there as like a half-full club, and he talked for 45 minutes, and I went, what a wonderful guy. He'd never said these things before. I mean, I really thought, I could never do that. Just, little did I know, it's all an act to make it appear, spontaneous and...
Right. It's a real it's sort of a compliment and a slap in the face. And the two comments I used to get when I did stand up is that was great. What are you going to do next week? Which is like
oh boy.
And the next one was that was great. Did you just come up with that?
Oh yeah.
Which, again, is sort of a compliment that they thought you just came up with it, meaning you did your job. On the other hand, it's like,
I'll tell you another line.
Yeah, I'm brilliant.
The comic who says, I just came up with that.
Right.
Which is every stand-up.
Yeah, it's true. I never, ever did that bit before.
Right.
Yeah.
To the phones we go. Alex, 19.
Hey.
Hey.
First of all, Dave, you rule. You're so cool. I saw you on the show. You kicked butt.
Thank you very much.
And, hi, Dr. Dew and Adam. And, all right, is it all right if I have two kind of short questions?
Yes, go right ahead.
God.
All right, I'm sorry. All right, first of all, there's this kid on my floor, and he is always talking about oral sex. He just can't stop talking about it enough. And he was talking about how he's done it to girls when they were having their period, and also he's done it to girls when they were having...
a baby?
No.
Number two?
Having what?
A yeast infection? And I'm just curious. I mean, that seems like it could be, like, dangerous. Could he get, like, thrush or something? Or
Yeah, he could get thrush. He could.
What is thrush?
It's yeast in the mouth.
I had a friend who got that. It was really
it's really uncomfortable, very painful burn. But thrush is something that tends to happen as a result of immune compromise rather than as a result of exposure. In terms of having oral sex when a woman is menstruating, obviously we have blood exposure potentially, and the blood carries the viral HIV, hepatitis.
Scenario: you're talking away, you bite your tongue, you go down in the canyon, boomo.
That's right.
But the risk. I don't know that it's that substantially more than oral sex in general.
Really?
I don't know.
Drew, please come up with something.
I ask a question?
I would imagine that it would be, but I don't know that is out there.
Yeah, sure.
As a woman, does that turn you on if a guy would want to perform oral sex on you during...
Oh, God, no.
Well, some women find that appealing.
Some women, it's one of that's right. It's one of God's tricks. Well, some women are actually more receptive during that period to various sexual encounters.
I think physically, here's the deal: a lot of women are pretty self-conscious about that area in general. And
I don't date those kind of women.
Right. You date basically strippers.
Yeah, but even if you weren't, like someone like swallowing your blood clots, that's just nasty.
Okay. Now you've gone into that other area.
Yeah. If a guy starts doing that, that's getting kind of...
All right. I'm guessing he is just sort of bragging. Does he have a...
How old is the guy?
He's 18 or 19.
Okay, it's a lie.
Yeah. Are you in college or something? What's the deal?
Yeah, we're in college. He's on my floor, and he just, like... He's always talking about oral sex, so people on my floor, some people call him cunnilingus. It's like, and he's kind of weird in other ways too. But
avoid him.
All right, Alex.
All right, and
bless you, Drew. All right, so keep your crotch away from his mouth.
Oh yeah.
All right. What's the other quick question?
All right, the other thing is earlier tonight, my dorm had this like breast self-examination thing.
Mm-hmm.
And about half an hour afterwards, I did it, and I felt so many lumps in my right breast.
That's real common. It's for women to have multiple cysts.
But I mean, I was like, well, maybe it's the mammillary glands or whatever.
No. Some women are just prone to cysts. I mean, you might be able to diminish your risk of that by avoiding caffeine and things like chocolate. Tobacco certainly might increase it. But the only problem with cysts really are that it's difficult to then feel a mass if there's something different going on in there. For a layperson, it's almost impossible. Wow. But keep doing it. Get to know the feel for things. You'll notice that around the time of your periods, you get those cysts become more prominent, and you'll slowly begin to at least have some understanding of the difference. What a cyst is.
Oh, between the cysts and the period, we've now...
Isn't life beautiful?
Yeah, I really don't like to look at women as human beings, Drew. You know my policy.
Dr. Drew, I've been examining my breasts for years, and I haven't felt a thing.
No cysts.
Okay. No. Men can get breast cancer, my friend. Don't you laugh?
That's true.
Yes.
Well, it's
except
wait a minute.
What?
No, we haven't said this in a long time. The men need to check their testes.
That's right.
Young men get testicular cancer.
I have no problem with that. I check mine several times an hour.
I do too. I hold a flashlight to the underside of it, and I weigh them on a nightly basis too. It's out of the shower. Check your testes.
Right. Anything hard like a rock in there, get checked out immediately.
And I want you to know we're talking about addiction at the top of the show, and I was thinking, really, one of the few things that I'm addicted to is pornography.
Oh, you're not addicted.
I enjoy. Well, listen, I'm not a maniac, but I got to tell you, I moved just a week ago, and the VCR is not hooked up.
Oh, that's why you don't even eat. You can't even figure out when to eat. You're so screwed up.
Do you have a satellite TV?
No.
I got my bill last month, and it has, like, before on the old cable bills, they didn't say exactly what you ordered.
Right.
Well, this went through my business manager and came to me, and it's like, it's right there in blue, man.
McHale's gravy on it.
Oh, boy. It's out.
I have no idea where my magazines are. They're packed in some box underneath the garage, and I get, like, at night, like, after the show, like 1 o'clock, I get a surge, and I go out looking for them. But when I don't find them, I'm doing battle with myself, Drew.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Okay, well.
Well, I do, but I'm not really I don't get any good sex.
Oh, my God.
Because I work every night, and she works every day.
And?
Yeah, I never see her.
That's why you keep projecting that stuff onto me.
I could help you so much.
He keeps alleging that I have no sex life, and
well, you don't.
You're projecting.
You have to. How many kids do you have?
3.
Well, there's 3 times you got it on there, buddy.
They're triplets.
There you go. Oh man, one good shot, huh?
In vitro too. Marissa, 20.
Hi. I was calling because this guy that I was kind of started seeing, like the first couple times we were having sex, he can't get hard. And then if he does, it takes a really long time. And once we put on a condom, it, like, totally isn't hard anymore. And then, I don't know, it's just frustrating. And he says it's like, I'm not the first person that's happened with.
Well, how long have you been seeing him?
On and off for like 2.5 months.
That's not a long time. And I bet it's mostly nerves, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you have to tell him, put that condom on at 8 in the morning every morning. Wear it all day. Well, listen, you have to get used to it. You have to get used to each other, get comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
And if you really care for him and you don't pressure him, then, everything should...
Have you never had sex?
Oh, no, I have.
No, with him, though.
Oh, before that? We've tried it about, like, maybe 6 times. I mean, it's getting a little better, but not really. I mean, he's not fulfilling me at all, And I like him a lot, but I just don't know, like, is there anything that he can do, or...
all right, but let me...
David gave you the advice. Listen again. Say it again.
You have to relax. If you really care for him, you give it time. He's probably nervous. There's a lot of other ways to have sex besides penetration, like sexual intercourse.
Right.
And maybe you should discover those other ways, and you become more comfortable with each other's bodies. And then, you do stuff like, throwing farts in bed. You're home free, baby.
Doing the Dutch oven. There's...
I also have another question.
All right, but wait. Let me try to suss something out.
Uh-huh.
Have you guys had a decent sexual encounter yet?
Not really. Not really.
But you've had intercourse?
Yeah, a couple of times.
And it's been unfulfilling?
Yeah.
Because?
Because if he gets hard, it's not for very long, and sometimes it's hard for him even to, like, get hard, and it's just, like, it's like annoying if I keep on trying and trying and trying.
I know, but you can't get annoyed.
Right.
Because that only puts more pressure on him, and it just makes it worse. And I'll tell you, he's probably not telling you the truth because he's probably going, it's never happened before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay.
What's your second question, Marissa?
It's, okay, well, this guy that I met, I kind of dated a year ago, I just ran into him a couple of days ago, and, at a concert, and basically, when we were together, we had a very, interesting relationship. It was kind of long distance, and, she was, the first person I ever had anal sex with. And,
you always remember.
You did that long distance?
What?
You did that long distance?
What's the long distance relationship?
All right. Hold on. Let me talk to Dave for a second. Please don't belittle our audience. They're very thick.
Okay,
They're thick as a brick barbecue. I know. You'd think someone who had anal sex would have a sense of humor.
I'm trying to figure it out.
But please, I warn you, no pun jokes, no play on words.
All right.
I got the joke. I understood what you were saying. All right, Marissa? All right.
Me up. I'm back here, baby.
Okay, and then basically I ran into him. We have not even spoken in a year because he was surfing in Costa Rica for a year.
Right.
I saw him a couple of days ago, and it was just, it was very strange. But he really was I fantasized, I guess I was the only person that he's had that with, too. And he's the only person that I've had that with, and, he was a lot older than me. And then
All right, so you're building...
Wait, and then he...
And then, he was I fantasized about you a lot when I was away, and all this stuff been going on, and then, I don't know, we had it again. I just don't know,
Wait a minute, you had it again?
You just tossed that out there.
Yeah, you say you did it again, right?
Yeah.
In spite of your boyfriend.
Wait a minute. Yeah, but see...
She tried to get by. She tried to
drop that on the table and walk away.
Listen, I've never heard sodomy tossed out that quickly before in my entire life.
So you enjoyed it. It was an enjoyable experience, right?
Right, Marissa?
Did I enjoy it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's into this guy. Some kind of.
See the
Marissa, you're a mess. Listen, forget about this guy.
I forgot about him.
Listen, forget about both guys. Really, please.
You know what? It's interesting. They are really on both ends of the same spectrum, aren't they?
Imagine this news.
What's wrong with the second guy if she hadn't enjoyed it?
He doesn't like her. He's just a tight. She's just a tight orifice for his longboard.
No. He's talking about the first guy, right?
No. The first guy is a loser.
Right.
We try to give him a chance. She's obviously attracted to the other guy. Go with the other guy.
Yeah, and by the way, he's not into her.
The guy that has all these pent-up aggressions and difficulty dealing with his anxiety is looking for a castrating woman. He found one. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't tell the first guy about the second guy.
And then she is looking to be abused by the second. I mean, we could do some betting on Marissa if you wanted to.
All right. I want to get back to her. Actually, we got to move on. Marissa, just hold on for a minute.
Okay.
We want to get into you a little bit later. Ed, 22. You're on Loveline.
Yeah. Hi. My name's Ed.
Hey, what's up, man?
And I'm from Cincinnati, and I'm a white man with a big penis, and everybody makes fun of me because of it.
Well, how does everybody know?
Because at school, they've seen it in the shower.
You're 22, Ed.
Yeah, I'm in college.
Right. You taking showers with guys at college?
Yeah, mostly black men.
And how does that make you feel bad? I wish I had your problems, man.
Kind of.
No, how big is it?
It's about 12 inches. It's kind of deformed.
Does it pull? Does it list to one side or the other, Ed?
To the right.
Toward the right.
Yep.
All right, so you have a Republican face. We're running late for break.
Hold on. I got to get into this.
David! Buddy! It's Tom!
Hey, Tommy!
How are you, man?
What's up, man?
Hey,
what's your problem, man?
Well, first of all, I love this show. I listen to this show all the time. It's great. Well, I do have a real problem, a serious one. Aaron, you remember my coworker that you counseled on the plane last week?
I was telling these guys how I was helping everybody.
Yeah.
Aaron, yes?
She broke up with her boyfriend that you suggested she do.
Exactly.
She's on the line with me right now.
Put her on. Yes, Aaron, how are you?
I'm fantastic now.
Don't you feel better?
Oh, I feel free now.
Exactly. Didn't I help you?
You helped me. You really did.
He just wanted to get in your pants, Aaron.
No,
I got
not
news
at
for you.
all. Aaron, let me tell you something. Go slowly. Find someone who deserves you. You're a wonderful person.
Well, what's Aaron look like? She good looking?
Yes, very beautiful. It may be a black man this time, Aaron. Maybe in the entertainment field. That's all I'm going to tell you, honey.
Well, you know, Aaron is part, what'd you call it, David?
She's an octoroon, I believe. A quadroon. Your grandmother was African-American, am I right, Aaron?
Yes, you are.
It's true. She's a quadroon, yes. And so I'm going to help her discover that side of herself.
Yes. You need a little Mendingo love.
There you go,
from
baby.
David Alan Grier to help you get in touch with your roots by getting in touch with his root.
There you go.
I guess would be the angle there.
Aaron, I'm so happy for you.
Hey, Tom.
Yes?
Two things.
Yes.
A bunch of things. So first, you have to come on this show.
I'd love to. I've been on there once.
Yeah, that's true. Years ago.
I was not here when Tom Arnold was here last.
Okay.
All right.
People don't know how healthy Tom is right now.
Yes.
Through therapy, he's totally sober.
Actually, he was one of my favorite guests of all time.
He's an open book. He's an open book. Sometimes a little too open, Tom, right?
A little bit too old. My wife doesn't like it.
Oh, boy.
I get in trouble.
Tom, are you serious? Are you a fan of the show?
No, absolutely I'm a fan. I tried to call a million times when I'm looking at their picture right now. The band Collective Soul was on. I was trying to.
Oh, that's right.
I was hanging out with them, and I couldn't get through. But I love the show. It's very good.
All right. Well, you need to come on then. Here's what we need to do. We got to go to break. We'll put you on hold, and then you can hang out and jump in on some of these calls and do all that. We'll talk about the movie and everything else.
Oh, is that okay, David?
Yes, Tommy.
Okay, buddy.
All right, hang on there,
Okay.
Tom. All right, the great Tom Arnold on the other line. David Alan Grier is in here. Dr. Drew is here, but he's always here, so no big deal. And when we come back, more of the aforementioned. Got a problem? Tell us.
This is Loveline on 98 KUPD.
Yo! More Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. He is David Alan Grier. And Tom Arnold still remains on the phone from last break. He had a question for David.
Let me ask you this, David, honestly.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you believe that it's true, a genetic thing about black men having bigger penises than white men?
Now, you know what, Tom? I'm glad that you brought that up because I'm going to tell you from the heart, it is absolutely true. It's not so much the length, it's the girth.
Oh, that the black man has?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Thick around the base.
Is that true?
Oh, absolutely true, Tommy. And this goes out to all the Caucasian men out there.
I'll tell you.
God has a plan. That's
Tom,
all I can say.
I have the definitive word on this.
Yes.
I know what's going on. There's a couple of angles.
Yep.
I'm going to take issue with David and say it is
all normal.
It is an illusion. I'll tell you why it is an illusion. Well, no, actually, it's a truth. But let me explain.
It's not. Tell them it's not the truth.
Let me explain.
Dr. Drew, it's not the truth.
I'll tell you why it's perpetuated. 2 reasons. A, white does not show things very well. Like in bodybuilding competitions, what do the guys do?
They lather up,
they tan. They get tan because it shows the definition, the stridation, and the size. So when you take a white penis and a black penis, the same size, the black one is going to look bigger.
Yes, the veiny, bulbous striations.
Right.
That's what you're talking about.
Is that really what it is?
Yes.
Also, the black man has smaller testicles, which makes the penis look bigger in comparison.
Tom, I think Tom has an announcement for all of us. You're coming out of the proverbial closet tonight, aren't you, Tommy?
Yes, I am a heterosexual.
Oh,
want everybody to watch my show?
Oh, boy.
We're going against Ellen on the 30th. It'll be big. But, is that true?
No, Dr. Drew, come on, tell him.
No.
We're all normal, right?
Yeah, I see. But you know what? It just seems to me, and I hope nobody thinks this is racist to say this, but although this is one stereotype I think
we all will endorse this.
Yeah.
That's why the black people are less buoyant, by the way. The smaller testicles do not float them as well.
Right to the bottom,
that's
baby.
Right.
No, that's a falsehood, though.
Tom,
come on, back me up, Dr. Drew.
Yes,
Tom,
yes.
I will tell you the reason why most people think the black penis is bigger.
Do most
in
people
all
think that?
honesty,
You
yes.
have several women here. Do you guys think that?
Yes,
They're
they
all
do.
nodding. Oh, boy.
Here's the situation. What exposure does the average guy have to a black penis?
Well, men's etiquette. When you're in the bathroom, you're not really supposed to check out the other guy. You're supposed to look up at the ceiling, look straight ahead.
It's in the flaccid phase, anyway.
You told me that black guys with small penises don't play sports.
No, porn movies.
They don't leave the house.
Porn movies is my angle.
Yeah, but you can't look to porn movies to see anything normal.
They're not. Yeah, but they will not hire a black guy with a small penis in a porn movie.
They won't hire anybody with a small penis.
No, there are white guys with small penises.
That's true.
This is the racial hypocrisy.
Well, that's some of the racism that has existed in our society. I'm glad you brought that up.
That's right, my brother.
The black man has to be twice as good.
That's right.
Twice as big and twice as thick at the base.
Well, I don't see. I don't see too many small penises. You must be watching those home videos.
Ow.
I'm saying there are a handful of veteran porn actors who do not have tremendously large genitalia, but there's no way they're going to have a black guy in there with a pinky-sized penis swinging around. They'll toss his ass right out of the business.
Bring the whole race down.
This is something David and I talked about all last week when we traveled from town to town. The porn in hotels that you could order is that like R-rated porn, and that is they don't show. They cut things off. You'd never see a penis. Not that I need to.
Tom, you and Adam are separated at birth, I think.
Yeah. But
Adam complains about this all the time.
I know. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's bad news. I mean, it's just
because most of the time men are the guys who are doing it.
Are we on the radio right now?
It's hard. It is hardcore pornography that has been edited to just the sweaty close-up shots of the guy's face, saying, "Oh yeah." And I'm not gay when I say this. And Tom, be honest. I know you'll back me up on this. After an hour and 45 minutes of watching this, you've never wanted to see a penis so badly in your entire life.
I've never watched a porn movie for an hour and 45 minutes.
I don't have to watch. David, I don't know about you, but there's certain things I have to see, so I get that connection in my head.
That's your geek, man. That's what gets you up. Women, as a matter of fact, women's porn, like if women were to make porn, it's a little different than men.
Totally different.
Yeah.
It would be about candlelight dinner.
There you go.
Right. And ours has a candle, except for it's going in their ass.
Oh.
All right.
And it's the candlelight, but you have to see, I don't know how to say this nicely, but I like to see a little bush. I don't know.
Oh, look out. I voted for him.
Let me. All right, I don't want to get into Roseanne stuff, but
no. Let's take a call, shall we?
Okay.
Really, my wife, she doesn't like it. She's bad when I turn the TV on. It has the Playboy channel and stuff.
Hey, I got a question, Dr. Drew. Vibrators in bed, is that cool?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I know that there's some women who think that if a guy brings a vibrator in bed, he's just a lazy lover. Then there are other women who say it's all good.
There are also guys that are afraid of that because they, it was something I feared younger because I thought, why would anybody need this when they have me? But,
Why would anybody need you? Why would anybody need you when they have that?
Yeah, that's right.
But now that you're older, aren't you like, honey, just here's some batteries. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. We're all speaking like from our Y chromosome. Women have much more substantial needs in their physical intimacies than just the act and just the orgasm. And men, it's a much more mechanical thing. You got to remember, we have a preoccupation. We are bothered by this all day long. Right. Women don't think about sex most of the day. They think about intimacies and their feelings, and most of them. They're not bothered by it in the way we are constantly.
I prefer plagued, hounded, and haunted, but not bothered.
Listen, I will say this. Every person is different. Every woman that I've ever been with is different.
Absolutely. Very, very different.
And you just have to get to know your partner.
For the most part, women's needs are on a very emotional level, and to assume that a mechanical device is going to replace a human being completely misses how female human beings work.
Well, I get real emotional if I don't have sex with my wife. I tell you that.
Well, I think most husbands do, Tom.
Yes, so if you guys have fun, I'm going to listen. It'd be funny, David.
All right, Tommy.
All right, Tom. Thanks for calling in.
All righty.
All right, Tom Arnold, everybody. What's going on? Oh, I didn't put him on hold? Did I work it out? Hey, he's fine. All right. David Alan Grier is here. Dr. Drew is here as usual. Drew, why don't you sell the hell out of the next call, and then we'll go to break and tackle it.
You want to talk to Sandy first? Let her say it?
All right. Where's Sandy? Oh, okay. Sandy.
Okay.
Real fast. What's your problem? All right. Drew, that was the worst goddamn idea I ever heard.
Recently separated ex-husband makes her jealous by being with other girls.
All right.
Environment.
Yeah. All right. So, David,
that's a for real. That has things attached to it. Those kinds of childhoods.
David's going for biker trash and mom's alcoholic. Drew,
I like that.
I stole your thunder, didn't I, my friend?
No, it's because it has an interesting
stole Yale man.
Whoa!
Right. Go ahead,
done stole.
All right, don't get into the ebonics. Please, that's very insulting.
You know, when I first read it, it was like,
hey, what's up, brother? You're doing the old man river.
Grease, don't get none on your homie.
All right, maybe the big family thing again, and began. All right, was quasi-sexually abused at a very young, like 10, 11. It began in sort of didn't really realize that's what was happening to her. Go with the same kind of family background that David brings up.
All right, I'm going to change my bet.
No. All right,
somebody was an alcoholic, chaotic family system.
All right, I'll go with Dad. Not abusive, possibly alcoholic, and very distant. Not around, not there.
You're forgetting the guy's older than her.
Damn. Marissa.
Yeah?
Tell us about the family.
All right, my parents are divorced.
Mm-hmm.
They got divorced when I was, like, in 7th grade, maybe. Mm-hmm. And my dad lives in California. And, I don't know. I think that my mom might have neither of them, I mean, my dad's successful. My mom is semi-successful, but I think that she might have had just a weird, because she has a long-distance boyfriend that they just broke up. He's a jazz musician player.
He's a what?
Jazz musician player.
Player.
Yeah. And, any alcoholism?
Not really. Maybe, like, my uncle. I mean, like...
How many siblings do you have?
A brother, a younger brother.
Okay. And how old were you when you first became sexually active?
I was 17.
17. Nothing before that?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Not really.
What happened before that?
Oh, boy.
What?
What happened before that?
No, nothing really. I mean, just, like, one friend. I don't know. It wasn't sex or anything.
Tell us about that episode. How were you when that happened?
I don't know. Maybe 11. I mean, it was just, like... What?
Tell us more.
Oh, I don't know. I can't... It was just, like, a good friend, and it kind of, like...
This is what I was talking about. This kind of not really acknowledged as sexual abuse, but she
male or female friend?
Male.
And all the same age?
Yeah.
And what happened?
Nothing really. We were just like we fooled around like a lot. You know, kind of when you play when you're little kids, I guess.
Now hold on. She brings up something very interesting,
yes,
Dr. Drew.
The difference between sexual abuse and sexual play.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a natural curiosity.
Yes. The kids do not sexualize that play.
Right.
It's not directed. It's not intercourse. It's exploring. It's fact-finding, but it's not sexualized.
I like that fact-finding.
It's Lewis and Clark.
I'm doing research.
Well, what did you guys do, Marissa?
Nothing really. I mean, nothing major.
Like whatever it is, you can't tell us. We've asked you 6 times now, and you said nothing
I
really.
think pretty much just kissing and stuff.
You think?
Yeah.
What?
I can't really remember. I mean,
suppressed memory.
But why?
I think most of my problem is recently, just like ever since I was 18, like ever since I had a really good boyfriend and then we broke up, I've had really hard problems like finding someone like.
Who initiated the?
What?
Who initiated the first experience with anal sex?
Probably both.
You both at the same moment went, hey, I got an idea.
It was like the commercial with the Reese's peanut butter cup. The guy's walking with the chocolate, the other guy's up on a ladder with a thing of peanut butter, and bam! It just happened.
No, really. You say you both did?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I think? I think, Dr. Drew, you have a problem with this. You have a problem with anal sex.
No,
that's not the issue.
He was getting a vibe off of Marissa. And Drew, the family was fine, apparently. They were well-to-do, so the white trash is out the window. There was no alcoholism, as far as we know, so that bet has been lost. Drew came closest with the sexual experience at 10 or 11, which he called, but it was not an abusive situation. So the pot rides.
Yes.
Okay.
So Marissa is just acting out something,
right?
And whatever it is, if she hadn't had, she has had a reasonably stable past, she'll figure this out.
Right. And I wasn't getting a serious vibe off of her, a serious gambling vibe.
I'm getting a serious, but I was getting a serious man-hating thing going on.
No.
Yeah, I really am.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of aggression towards men, and the fact that Dad left at a young age is unresolved stuff.
Real quick. For Christ's sake.
Come on.
Marissa.
Are you angry about men at all? Do you feel a sense you're kind of aggressive and angry towards men?
Sometimes. I think they're frustrating. I don't know. They haven't been as nice.
And that's what I get from you. You show a lot of unresolved aggression about men, and don't focus on acting that stuff out in your relationships. Try to get some of the other needs met first, and find other ways to release your anger and aggression.
Well, Drew, I know your policy has always been you don't like colored people, but
please.
Well, I heard you say it the other.
Please.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm saying that David certainly has to break that mold for you.
David is a great guy.
Just raking my partner over the coals. Drew?
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to say before we say bye to David?
No, just say bye to David.
Bye, David.